Hello everyone, my name is Callior. I bring to you every week the latest news related to Bloodhunt and everything around it, and I help explain the news in a way that is much better to understand exactly what's going on. For posterity, archival, and recording purposes, it is currently Saturday, October 15th, 2022. It is 11:40 a.m. Eastern Time. It has been 172 days since the official release of Bloodhunt, and currently it is 2 days, 16 hours left before the end of the Noir Pass. And that should be ending on October 18th. We are recording this live on Twitch every Saturday at 11 Eastern Time, or at least around of it. If you're alive, if you are not just alive, if you're alive or if you're dead, but mostly if you're alive inside the channel. Hi YouTube, indeed. Feel free to ask your questions in the chat. I like to talk a lot. I like to discuss. I like to be absolutely clear that what I'm telling you is understood by everyone. So please don't feel afraid to ask any questions in chat. And as a reminder and disclosure, I'm not a game dev. I am not bound by an NDA, but I will do the best that I can to explain the news and my opinion sometimes with reasonable assumptions of stuff. If anyone in the dev team has anything to say about the statements that I'm making, please be there in chat and correct me or send me some tweets and a bunch of stuff like that. Proggers. Yes, that is the word of the week. Proggers. If you've seen the tweet, you know what I'm talking about right now. In terms of topics this week, we're going to be covering Twitch drops, the double XP event, the September update learnings blog post. We're going to be talking about Halloween, the bot backfill effort, marketing, and how you can help with it. And also we're going to finish, as usual, with mentions of community events. But first, if you haven't done already, please follow me, even if you're not going to turn on notifications. It would mean a lot to me. However, usually when I stream, I usually have like a giveaway to do, like tucked in my back pocket, that I'm going to be doing. So maybe it's in best interest to have notification turned on. I stream very casually during the week whenever I feel like it, but be on the lookout on my Twitter. I'm going to start posting some schedules about things that are going to be happening. I've got to have my first sponsored stream that's going to be happening either today or tomorrow. And it's a trap, don't follow. Stop trolling motion. And yes, and I am trying to be on the road for 250 follows, which opens when you reach that number in certain marketing, sponsorship sites or capabilities or whatnot. Reaching the 200 or the 250 number is usually the golden key to open up new opportunities, and that means more things that I can give to everyone that's watching my streams, and other opportunities that can do for other things. Anyways, please follow my stream. Now, let's get actually into it. Yes, let's get into it. Where's my things? Hold on. Just going to clear some things first so we can... There we go. Thank you for the retweets, Ferrix. We are actually this time going to be jumping right in. So, we are starting first with Twitch drops. The 10 weeks of unique items of Twitch drops are finally done. Psych! No, they're not done. We're done with the unique items, but right now, currently for this entire week, all the Twitch drops for Bloodhunt, both those 10 and also the 3 OG Twitch drops are available from anyone who is currently streaming Bloodhunt with drops enabled. They're able to get all of those. How it works look at the look currently. Oh, sorry. As I usually do, it's the first thing I'm talking about. I always forget to start linking things. There you go. You can look at the very nice infographic that Motion Gaming has put together. Thank you, Motion. So there you go. How you claim all those Twitch drops. They are categorized like in rows of 3, and every 60-minute you will have to go inside Twitch, inside your inventory, to claim those drops before the countdown starts again for the next 60-minute to start counting down to claim the other ones, and so on and so forth. You need 5 hours of viewership to be able to claim each one of them. And yeah, there are rumors that a new batch of other Twitch drops might be happening soon, but that's all I know, and that's all the info that I've been given about this. So who knows? Keep a close eye. We're gonna see what happens with this. So before we start to get into the meat and potatoes of what everyone is expecting, we're just gonna go through some general updates just to clear them, get them out of the way first. Some of you have noticed in the last few weeks that there have been some Bloodhunt postcards that the Bloodhunt account has been posting recently. They're very much like touristy. They have a tourist vibe. They got a little fun angle to them, and some of them have, I don't know, you've got a little bit more population. It's a little bit more a scene of, with regular people partying. Seems innocuous. Seems like there's, everything seems normal here. People have been mentioning that they've spotted a few things. Namely in this one. This character here is sporting some blue hair. This character here is sporting what seems to be a silver version of the Sakura mask, or, the, how do you call them? The disco, the techno demon mask. It looks very silver and unlike all the other masks. There might be some more hidden stuff inside those postcards, just to let you know. Haven't necessarily myself gone through all the little details of this. Some other people might be inclined to do so and have. So if there's any other postcards that are being posted out there from the Bloodhunt account, maybe there's some hidden stuff in there. I don't know. Maybe you should look into this. I didn't put a lot of effort into this myself, so that's why haven't mentioned it immediately. Oops, no, this is not. We are out of order here. There we go. This is the thing. The next thing I wanted to mention is that the TikTok account for Bloodhunt is decidedly not giving us any videos about anything about the game itself, or game updates, or gameplay of the game, but instead is continuing to give us the cosplay videos from our favorite cosplayers that we've seen already over the last few weeks. So this is part 3 of them describing their process, or their the thinking of how exactly they're supposed to do their cosplays that we've already seen them do, but it's very interesting to see. So far, it looks like it's all costumes that we've seen them like in videos or in the other TikToks there, or other parts of social media that Bloodhunt uses, that we've seen them in the conventions. So it's really interesting to see the process day to day. However, there's been some people that have been saying really would be interested in more game related info or anything more related to the game, I would say that cosplay is interesting. If you have some sort of negative feedback to say about this, I would direct it to Bloodhunt and not necessarily the cosplayers. Please, they are just doing their job. Please be mindful of this, okay? They're doing their own thing. It's the marketing strategy of Bloodhunt in terms of using their TikTok or the Twitter. It's up to them. These cosplayers, they're just doing their own thing, okay? Just as a little PSA. I understand that some people don't really care about cosplay. Just putting it out there, okay? I did not appreciate some of the messages that I've seen put out there. That being said, let's move on. We are actually going into what I wanted to mention. Right now, in terms of game updates, we have a double XP event currently happening. So for the remainder of the game time that we currently have up until the patch is released, the October patch is released, we are having a double XP event. Now, I have put out a tweet with some tips and tricks myself on, if anyone is in need to needs to complete this, realizes that or it happens every time that there's a battle pass. Like suddenly we're telling people, hold on, the battle pass is ending. Suddenly it's just like, oh wow, life has taken over, other things have been taken over, I don't have a lot of time, quick, let's get back in the game, let's get into matches, let's finish this battle pass in time. It happens, like to any sort of kind of player. So a few tips in here that I put there. Focus on daily, weekly challenges. These will give you the most amount of XP that you can get, like in the least amount of time. Some of them can be easily done, especially if you target NTT NPCs and mortals. And yeah, as a reminder that the pass is super easy to complete. And I have a mention about the different peak times of the queues, as far as I've been able to tell from a very East Coast of NA perspective. These are the times that I've noticed when most people are online and when the queues are fastest. I also mentioned that some challenges can be done in TDM, but not all. And also as a reminder, if you are a member of the Bloodhunt community, you've completed everything, or the battle pass was very easy for you to complete, and you're wondering what else can I do in game? If you want to help, or if you want to help a friend, log in, play with your friend, go into duos and all of this. But also, if you want to help out people that are trying to get this frantically and that are just tweeting about oh my god, the queue times, I'm trying to get this battle pass done, log in, play the game, help out with the queues. Like I said, your help and support for this game is needed now, and for the next at least 2 weeks. You're going to be needed. So if you can, at any point in time, queue in, play with the games, help some people get some things done inside the game, okay? And also, yeah, I mentioned likes are appreciated, retweets go a long way. If people want some help with this, or you have a network of people that follow you for Bloodhunt or any kind of stuff like that, retweet this, please. So more people can get those tips out there. I don't see a lot of people doing this this kind of effort. On top of what I've posted there, that you also have Motion that decided to join in and would add, let's say, my comments, or at least my tips, were more broad, general, for maybe the player or the new player, or the player that doesn't necessarily know what exactly to do in game. These are the first steps you can focus. If you want to do it a little bit more meta-y, if you want to really min-max how to get as much XP for your battle pass as possible, Motion's got the tips right here. Kills over placement, Diableries over everything, team up with a good player in duos, shoot downed enemies before Diablerizing them to get some extra damage, XP, at the end of the match, you know, when you get credited the amount of XP, like the amount of damage gives you some more XP. And yes, as a general rule of thumb, go for easy challenges first. You might not need the harder ones. Especially the harder ones tend to be lengthy, tend to expect you to play for a much more longer time. It's not like things that you can have done like in 2 or 3 matches. They tend to run a little bit long. Yeah, go for the easy challenges first. So a bunch of good tips from Motion are right here. And I wanted to add, like, I saw a bunch of people like commenting like about this XP event, going like, you know, why? Like, this pass was easy. I understand, but you forget there's a lot of casual gamers. It's not people that usually play a specific game. It's not necessarily like only for Bloodhunt. I mean, it's for a general games. Like people that will play a game frequently tend to forget that there's some people that play a lot of games very, very, very casually. And they don't necessarily know or remember how things work inside games, so they need to be reminded of this. And they also need a double XP event. Like, double XP events have been like very like asked from people that don't seem to be necessarily a part of the community, but have been tweeting at Bloodhunts like, can you help me out? I don't have a lot of time. So this has seemed to be like we did it for the previous season or the previous pass. Hold on a second. And the response seemed to have been like very positive for this. So of course they do it again. Another second thing, there's still people that are still to this day discovering this game exists and they don't know what's going on. Okay? People that tend to play this game a lot tend to forget this. If you're a part of the Bloodhunt Discord, just as an example, like if you want a visual representation of this, go on the Bloodhunt Discord and go into the welcome tab. See the number of people, the number of accounts that have logged in, that have just joined the Bloodhunt Discord every day. You know, and these are the people that decided to take the action of joining in the Discord. You know, there's a bunch of other people that are discovering the game that don't even bother to join the Discord. Why would they? You know, they're just playing a game. But of course, you don't necessarily hear from them, okay? And even if, and also, if people aren't necessarily completing the entire pass in time, they can still, you know, go for a grab at getting as much XP, a much level as possible, so they can grab a whole bunch of, you know, as many cosmetics as they can before the time runs out. Okay? So these tips that we're putting out there can be very helpful. It's just that they need to be out there. Okay? So for the players that are lolling at this, like, remember that we're trying to put as many people in the game, so eventually you will get some competition. More people in the game, queues are shorter, everyone's happy, you know? So I understand that dedicated players are looking at this and looking at the Battle Pass and going like, they want to have more things to do in the game. I understand this. I think that everyone's understood this. We'll get to that later. But right now, it's just don't loll at any kind of effort like this. Some people actually use this, and some people tend to look at these events as like moments to go like, okay, I am min-maxing the amount of time that I'm spending inside this game. Double XP, let's do this. Okay? So, just putting this out there for people. Not everyone played all season either. Absolutely, Motion. And I think that also it hasn't been drilled or put out there like enough by the community that this battle pass is really easy. It's really, really easy to do. It's like insanely easy. You get It's free cosmetics. It's free cosmetics, honestly. And 500 tokens, you get 700 back easy. You get some money back. Like, this is, and I think that even that shows why the next pass is going to be free, because I think there's I'm theorizing that there might be a reason for that why the next pass is free is because people are thinking, well, I have to pay for it. Okay, we'll just remove the barrier so you can get in. Okay, but I don't know. Yeah, there's not a lot of people played this season, but it's like there's many reasons for that. I'm not going to expound on this. Let's just stick to the news, okay? Let's not necessarily go into the opinions of stuff. So, sticking to the news, let's go into the learnings. The learnings article for the September update survey, which is the big thing. Give me a second. I'm just looking at a bunch of stuff. Thank you. Finally, okay. Thank you for all the retweets and the likes. Mostly the retweets. I really appreciate, so we can get some more people in here. Hopefully, at least. Okay, so learnings from the September update survey. Some people are now accustomed to this. Some people should know this. And there's some people that I've assured them that I will be doing this, because I know, and I've seen by the reactions of people to this article, that a lot of you skim through it, okay? So I will be reading every single word in this for you. Think of it as a Bloodhunt audible, okay? So, hello again, dear Bloodhunt community. We now present you what we learned from your feedback in the survey we sent out just after the patch release. The September update was intentionally a smaller update by comparison to our earlier seasonal releases. It had a 30-tier Noir Pass, as well as multiple improvements to the game, including a reworked rating model for balancing whom faces whom in the matchmaking. It also contained a list of important bug fixes. So this again is a reminder. This is what we did. What you're going to see is the feedback that you, as usual, like first the feedback that you gave us, second what we're going to do with this feedback, and other stuff, like, and the next patch. Like, this is explaining to you what we're going to go into. In addition to this, we have continued our efforts in combating cheaters, banning over 19,000 accounts since our efforts started. We will continue with these efforts and make sure to keep the ban katana sharp and ready. You shared your thoughts about this and the game in general, so let us start digging into your answers. So, the state of the game according to our players. While the written positive feedback about the game has increased significantly in your comments, the survey rating is still at the same point as the previous update. We interpret it as the game is good at its core, but you have our expectations for what is in our updates and rate it accordingly. So, could do better. Good. So basically, this is saying September update, good shit. There's some stuff. Not enough. Everyone's saying not enough. The biggest reasons you provide for the current rating are the lack of significant content and feature additions. Many of you also mentioned that you want more vanity content, so while the Noir Pass was well received by most of you, it was not enough. Let's keep this in mind for later. Additionally, the mention of the absence of true crossplay between PS5 and PC is also something that sticks out, and something we spent time investigating whether it was feasible or not. If you remember, this was something that was mentioned at the beginning of summer. That they said, hey, we're going to look into this. And since then, we haven't received any message back regarding this. Now, why are they talking about this now? Because this is important in terms of context of why they're finally talking about this. It is because this is an article about the feedback that we gave us, the players, we gave them about what we want. And what we want is apparently what's happening with crossplay. Okay? So that's where they're talking about it. Since neither the PS5 nor the PC populations are sustaining with the current game loop, we are very unlikely to see a significant enough boost, neither in new players nor returning old players, by adding the ability to create squads with friends between PS5 and PC. So this is them. I want to take a second because a lot of people, like it's in this paragraph, a lot of people had opinions, okay? They are saying we see the numbers. A lot of players think that they can look at the Steam numbers of the game and they know the numbers, okay? Surprise, you don't. The actual stats, the devs know them, okay? The Steam numbers can give you a sort of rough number, sort of rough indication of stats. It doesn't, okay? Especially because we don't have absolutely no clue about PS5. And they can see the trends on their end of what the behaviors of the players are, okay? So, they're saying, to do this, we have no argument to actually do this, and we do not believe it's not a philosophical. It's not a philosophical. It's not a philosophical statement that they're making there. It is based on facts that they have the numbers for. Okay. So they're saying they're very unlikely to see significant boost if they added this. That is the statement that they're saying here. In hindsight, this is something that should have been added in the game at launch. But our conclusion is that investing resources into this right now is not something that will bring back enough players. Let's get back into this. It should have been there at launch. A lot of players have been saying on Twitter and social media mostly, been saying, "We told you! We told you! We told you to add crew crossplay! We told you!" I get that. They did say, back in the day, that they didn't manage to have it in time, or ready in time, for the launch of the game. Now, some people have been saying, yeah, but if you create a game for PS5, PlayStation gives you... sorry, I was hearing a neighbor go up and down the stairs. PlayStation gives the devs a dev kit or a toolkit on how exactly your game is supposed to interact with PS5, like PlayStation servers. Like, they give you guidelines on exactly what you can put in your code to do this and that kind of interaction. So they have that in hand. We see that a lot of the aspects or features of the game are able to work and function. We have duos, we have trios where you have PC and PS5 players that are able to play in the same matches together. We see that if they flip the switch on for crossplay, we're able to have solos between PC and PS5 players. Okay, so they have some connectivity between PS5 and PC added inside the game. However, and you should be thinking about this, they've been saying this for a while, that actually getting true crossplay inside the game is much more complicated and requires a lot of work to actually put in the game. Okay? So they've said that. They've said that in the past. And now they're saying right now that investing resources into this right now is not something that will bring back enough players. What this statement is telling you is that, yeah, they didn't manage to do it in time. It's a complicated feature, as they've said previously. It's really complicated. It's not to the point where crossplay between PS5 and PC is not possible. We have the different game modes. It's there, okay? Like, some of the parts of it is there. But to have true crossplay the way that we are asking it to be, apparently has features that are much more complicated and require resources that they have to invest. Apparently, investing that amount of resources to do this is significant enough that they have to decide, do we actually want to spend it into making true crossplay happen? And they're saying no, because it seems to be, the way that this is worded, that it is a significant investment of resources to do this. The key thing that a lot of people have been glossing over in this sentence is investing resources into this right now. Right now. Okay? They're not saying no to true crossplay forever. They're saying right now, in this current state of the game, consider the whole situation of what is happening with the game and what the state of the game, the population, the things that they have to add in. Like I've been saying for weeks and weeks, shoring up the foundations of the game so we can build on it. Okay? Right now, this true crossplay is not a part of the foundations of the game. There are other more important things that they want to invest resources on right now. And I assume that this means that maybe in the future, true crossplay will be a part of the things that they will invest time and resources, if ever the game is still up at the time. Okay? Let's be realistic about things. Do you think I'm extrapolating? Do you think I'm exaggerating about this? Look at this. I tweeted about this. Hold on, let me just get it better. I wrote, there you go, making sure you can see. I tweeted out the keywords in the crossplay paragraph were right now. Could have been worded better. Look who liked that reply. I may be crazy in some aspects. I may be like Charlie Day with the cork board telling you like this is connected to what and whatever and all that sort of stuff. You know? I may be like this. Like, I know that right now my brand and like my icons for my channel are currently like, crazy doctor things. Injectors and reanimator points and like crazy resurrected heart because I'm crazy doctor. Crazy doctor, crazy person. I know that a like is not necessarily a validation. You like something, it's not validation. A like, people will say like likes
don't fucking crazy, man. You sound insane. Do you realize that? You should be medicated.
Not too far from this. This is why I've
been... You know what, dude? I super agree with what's being said. That is something I agree with. Right there. Yes.
Thank you, Magix, and hi. Sorry, Motion. Yeah, we have sound channel points, by the way, if you didn't know. I don't know how to turn those down. No, wait, I know how to turn those down, but at the same time, I don't feel like it. Maybe hold on. I'll make a note. Turn down sound notification. I'll have to do some testing with this, anyways. So yeah, I'm saying a like is not necessarily an endorsement, but I will take this as an endorsement that I was right about this. Okay, about this part specifically. Okay, so. To resume my ranting about this, true crossplay between PS5 and PC, they know it's complicated. It requires a lot of investment of resources. Right now, it's not the most important thing. In their opinion, it's not going to bring more people inside the game, which is currently the most important thing. Currently, the most important things are to bring people in the game and retain people in the game. These are the prime things. And if you're saying, but doing true crossplay will bring a lot more people inside the game, they're saying numbers are showing us we don't believe it's going to happen. That is their decision. They seem to be pretty steadfast and standing on that hill. You might disagree with them, as I've seen some people saying like, no, you're wrong. I'm sorry, you're gonna have to be like all those people that are being Nostradamuses about the game, you know, the people that have been saying like all this way through, like from early access up till this day, if you don't add this feature, I give your game like 2 weeks and then it's dead or whatever. You know, listen to me or whatever. Doesn't matter what necessarily your opinion is on this. Right now, their opinion is we don't have any other thing to back us up into justifying this investment in time right now. We'd rather invest on other things. What are these other things? We're going to see. Moving on to a different topic. Hold on. There was also concern about how regular these battle passes updates would be. For this one, we have an immediate answer. There will be another new pass with additional tiers in the next update. This is currently planned for release in the second half of October, in other words, very soon. Which is, again, another paragraph that is worded very weirdly. You could have just said it's October 18th. Why is that even... Hello, Stream Elements. Why are you putting this out? The campaign's not started. Yeah, it's not even supposed to be... Oh, wait, that's a timer, isn't it? Yeah, I'm just gonna turn this thing off. I'm sorry about that, people. Well... My sponsored stream has kind of been like, anyways, Okay, moving on. So, there are also requests for more game modes. However, the addition of Team Deathmatch that we refined in the previous update has not led to a situation where we're seeing an increase of fresh players or retaining more players. In fact, unfortunately, quite the opposite has occurred. Our concurrent player count continues to go down. That indicates that, at the very least, adding a game mode like TDM is not enough. Again, this is a very weird paragraph. Because it seems to be matching the idea of concurrent player number is going down. And it also is matching the fact that TDM, the hopes of TDM, of Team Deathmatch, was to get more people interested in a new game mode, because a lot of people have been saying, add new game modes, add more game modes, it's going to bring more engagement. But right now, by mashing those two ideas together, they're saying, hey, everyone that keeps telling us add new game modes. Other developers of other games could have told you this, but here's the proof in the pudding over here for Bloodhunt. Adding TDM did not necessarily add to more players coming up. So unfortunately for the people who are still saying add more game modes, right now the proof that they currently have in their hands with stats and numbers and all of this is that adding a new game mode does not necessarily mean more people coming in. They are now convinced of that fact because proof is right there. Okay? I understand why they decided to mash those two ideas together. It just feels a little bit weird. Anyways, that's my own thing. But I understand that's the point of it. I just explained to you that's the point of it. So, We will continue our work and explore our options, but at the same time be realistic in terms of what we can achieve with the game and the increasingly stiff competition on the market. AKA, there are more updates that are coming out for the other BRs. And it seems like whenever one of them has an update that's out there, especially when it comes to also like Twitch streamers that are trying to like hold the community together in a more representative kind of way. If there's a Fortnite, if there's an Apex, if there's any other BR that has a promotion or sponsored stuff or anything else, it seems that a lot of the Bloodhunt streamers seem to go from sponsorship to sponsorship. And can you blame them if for most of them this is a very important source of income? But that's an indicator of what they're mentioning by the increasingly stiff competition in the market. You can already see by that. So they're still looking at options of exactly what to do in terms of all this feedback, in terms of the state of the game according to the players. You know, this is all the players saying, hey, Bloodhunt, you need to this. You need to do this. You need to do that. This is them responding to the feedback that we've been giving them. So, what was asked for and what will be coming to the game? The next update of the game will come with several improvements, including the bot backfilling that we mentioned in the previous learning article. This isn't new, people. I skipped a few things. That's okay. Still, we're going to continue. Bot backfilling will mean that players across regions and time zones will be able to get games with shorter wait times. Our low population region players will also be more likely to play on servers with better latency, resulting in a smoother gameplay experience. That is a point that, if you've heard me like rant about the bot backfilling, what it's going to do, that I said last week, this is a point that I completely forgot to mention. Because there's a bunch of people that have been saying, when I'm playing games, I'm getting a lot of lag, I'm getting a lot of latency, and there's performance issues that are tied to lag, latency, and all of this. With the bot backfilling, with games that are more inside your region, those performance issues will be much more smoother, much more like reduced, is what I mean. With this addition, we can now also increase the lobby size back to 42 players, which improves the pacing of all matches. We believe that this will give new players a better first impression, as well as provide an overall more enjoyable experience for existing players, especially outside peak hours. So, the people that complain, it seems that, you know, the major complaint about queues and queues outside of peak times, and why I mentioned, you know, in the tips for the Battle Pass to play during peak times. Well, these might be things that are a thing of the past now because of this. We are aware that some prefer waiting longer to face human players. And for those, we are reactivating the trio mode without bot backfill. Trios is a mode that we know is popular with our streaming community, so we are very happy to be able to bring it back. In those two sentences, I find myself validated on a bunch of things I've said in the past. Thank you for whoever put those sentences together. I like being vindicated and validated about what I'm telling you, because some people sometimes DM me to tell me, you're wrong about this, this, and that. There you go. It's written right there. It is written right there. We have heard that, and that's why I've talked about this last week. Some people were going, okay, trios are back, but trios with bots, It's gonna feel weird. I'm not interested in playing against bots. Well, there you go. You know, this is gonna be one of those queues that will not have bot backfill. Also, I kept telling people about the popularity of trios and why the whole thing of trios got disabled, and why there's people that are being very vocal about trios being disabled. Again, saying that trios are mostly popular with the streaming community. The streamers are that, like, the trios is the most visually entertaining mode for Bloodhunt, and possibly the most fun mode that is out there for Bloodhunt. But there were so few people that were playing it that it was a bittersweet moment when they had to disable it. So everything that I've said about trios and that people said, you're wrong about this, well, there you go. I've been validated about this. I'm very happy about this. So I hope that people that wanted trios back will actually show up for trios when trios are reactivated. Right? Making a lot of noise about wanting trios back is one thing. Actually showing up when trios are reactivated is another. Put your money when your mouth is. Where your mouth is. It's not my language, it's yours. I'm just using it. Moving on. The October update will also contain... the first few days will be important for trios. It'll be important for every experience motion. I'll get back to this very soon. The October update will contain a new 25 tier free Halloween pass with new seasonal vanity items, as well as 8 favorites from the past. This has always been and continue to be popular, and thankfully we are able to deliver it relatively quickly with the Big Rig system. This paragraph also confused a whole bunch of people. So, remember the part over here. Where is it over here? I'm just trying to find again the... There we go. Here. Many of you also mentioned that you want more vanity content, so the Noir Pass was well received by most of you. While it was well received by most of you, it was not enough. The 30 item Noir Pass was not enough. So we're giving you a 25 item Halloween Pass. People put those two things together and said, this does not compute. And I agree. Even though it says, like, you know, we're bringing 8 favorites from the past, it's not saying, like, with new seasonal as well as 8 favorites from the past, like, is this... So, because this isn't clear, are the 8 favorites extras? Or are the 8 favorites a part of the 25 tier Halloween pass? This sentence is not very clear into, like, specifying this. And I agree. Like, I'm glad that it was relatively quickly with the Big Rig system. Like, good job. But yeah, feels kind of weird. Feels kind of weird to go like, hey, 30 was not enough. We're giving you 25. That's also what I'm thinking, Motion. But I could see an argument for both ways of what it's saying, but either way, it's still like... Some people have said, and I will join my voice to them, that Halloween is really, or should be really, this season for this game in terms of flavor, that it should be shining. It should be like putting it all out there, making a big effort to putting as many cosmetics or shiny things in our way. Get your vampy, get your Halloween stuff. Get it from this game. This is the time for this game. And it's just like, okay, we're giving you... I was expecting a much larger number in terms of like, here's the number of cosmetics that we're putting out there for the Halloween pass. I was expecting to go like, okay, we gave you 30 last time. It wasn't enough. Now here's other big number, bigger number. Here's something to get you hyped up on the Halloween pass. Right now, this paragraph makes me worried. This doesn't bring me a lot of confidence when it comes of like Halloween pass, because this is telling me like if this is your perception of going big with Halloween with a vampire game, I don't know. And I know that probably there's some good reasons internally. There's probably good reasons for that internally, and there's probably I know you can't necessarily blame that on people that are just, when in the way that things are working internally. Like, I'm not trying to put the blame on anyone for not doing a good job or not working enough or any of this, okay? I just want to be clear if any people at Shark Mob are listening to this, okay? It's just that I think we were all hoping for something better. Now this is without knowing what the marketing, what the promotional material is going to be. We don't know if, maybe we are going to get like more Twitch drops, and those Twitch drops will, like, there will be a quantity big enough to help compensate, to add more unique Halloween items on top of this. Maybe there's more things planned, on the side of the Halloween pass. It's possible. It's just that right now, if this is all the info that you're giving us about the Halloween pass to get us excited about it, I know we're getting patch notes on Monday. Okay, I'll get to this. I really was hoping for much more. I'm sorry. I'll get back to what you've been saying in the chat. Fairly certain it's 25, which include 8 from previous Halloween. This might take from the wording. I think that when they are talking about not enough content, they don't mean only the pass. Yeah, I know, but I was referring specifically to the paragraphs up there where they were talking about like the number of items as well, like for cosmetics. The vanity content. While the Noir Pass was most received, it was not enough. Specifically, this is vanity content that we're talking about. So, yeah. So that's why it's just like that part feels weird. We don't know how long the pass will be. Maybe it'll be short. That's a possibility, Cthulhu. Because as far as I can tell, and that's something that I've been thinking about, I've been trying to set some kind of baseline of like, okay, if you put content out at a regular pace, it will bring more confidence and more stability to the player base about like what we can expect. We can expect this, we can expect that. Okay, and the machine keeps on moving. At the same time, it's good for them because they're improving all the time and they're changing and they're switching things. So right now, yeah, I was thinking like, how long is this battle pass going to be? Because if it's just like, I don't know, up until November 2nd, then maybe wait a second. Maybe like if we've got if we have another update at the end of, like, at the beginning of November, like straight up at the beginning of November, wait a second, this puts this 25 tier Halloween pass into a different perspective, you know? Same, I'm worried as well with the Halloween pass because it's less than the Noir pass. Yeah, just for that. The wording makes it sound like it will be until the next update. Yeah, but it's just like, when's next update then? To be continued on Monday, and there's the store update to come at some point. Yeah, well, yeah, okay. We'll continue about the store eventually. Okay, so I just wanted to spend some time on this because I've seen like some other people's concern, and I'm just like, okay, I'm trying to verbalize this in case some people at Shark Mob are wondering what the feedback from it is. Like, I'm trying to explain it. I don't know, I'm not necessarily doing a good job, whatever. Furthermore, we have upcoming improvements to the aim assist for PS5 to ensure that the game is even more fun and playable in the same way as the PC version. I know some PS5 players saw that sentence and were immediately worried. I think so far they haven't done you dirty in terms of improvements.
You know what, dude? I super agree with what's being said. That is something I agree with right there. Yes.
Yeah. I think they're talking about controllers rather than only PS5. I don't know, Motion. It says we have upcoming improvements to the aim assist for PS5. It seems like this, the way that it says that, it's only PS5. I don't know. I don't know what else I can say. But they're not specifying anything. We're gonna see again for Monday. Let's maybe not panic too much, okay? We're performing several balance changes across weapons, powers, and archetypes that are, as there were some standouts in the feedback and data, all in line to emphasize strengths without making something too powerful in relation to the rest. See that little bit of sentence here? All in line to emphasize strengths without making something too powerful in relation to the rest. AKA balancing. And if you want to know more about this, about balancing, and all that's going to happen with this, we have the man currently in chat, Motion Gaming. He is the balance expert, okay? Follow him, follow his chat. On Monday, go on his stream. He will be picking this apart. He will, like, all of the changes, like, and put it into context because I'm not an expert at this. Balance is something that is so fiddly and so complicated. I've said it many times. I'd rather not spend a lot of time on this and let the people with the numbers actually spend some time on this. Apparently, my balance videos on weapons is very close. What do you mean by apparently you're... Oh, yes, of course. The balance video. The balance video that I've mentioned last week in my news report, in my news recap. I've mentioned the balance video that Motion put out. His impressions of what should be changed, what should be nerfed, what should be boosted in a lot of weapons. That was very, very interesting to watch. You should go watch this on his YouTube channel. So I guess what you're saying that people from Sharkmud have told you that your balance video on weapons is very close to. There you go. There's the link. Yeah, I was gonna find the link, but it's best if you link it right there. That was a very interesting video. And there's some things I agree with, and there's some things I didn't agree with on my end. So I'm going to be interested to see what's going to happen. So, but then again, I'm not an expert on balance. Like, I'm the kind of person that likes to see those changes actually inside the game rather than theory crafting them on paper. I'm not that kind of guy. So there you go. The person for this is right there in the chat. Go watch his video. And he's going to talk about it on Monday, probably on his stream. So go, expect that. All of these and more have been selected from among your most wanted lists in the survey, so it has been something we have made sure to include in the October update. AKA, a lot of the things that you wanted also in the survey that you mentioned to us, a lot of them have been included in the October update. So look for those patch notes on Monday. Apparently, and Samir has been saying this in his streams when people have asked him about the next update. He's been hinting that there's a lot of things in this update that a lot of people will be happy for or will be happy about, and he's left it at that. So maybe that's a part of what they're referring to. In conclusion, our focus right now is to make sure that you spend less time in matchmaking and get matches sooner, as well as making sure that those matches are balanced better in terms of opponent difficulty. To achieve this, with the current player base, we need to use bot backfilling to compensate for our current player number while we continue to evaluate our rating system. The rating system, by the way, is the skill-based matchmaking. We also hope to see players across the globe playing more matches and having a better gameplay experience, and that this leads to some much needed player growth. Until next time, see you at dusk, Shark Mob. Now, this is resuming what the October update is all about. This is going to be the main thing. Remember, there's two main things about the next update, and that they've been tweeting about it. This should be no surprise to anyone that's been paying attention to the Bloodhunt account over the last 3 weeks at least. The October update, Halloween Pass, free, bot backfilling. These are the main two things. A bunch of other things, so you can practically take what they had for the September update in terms of quantity and expectation of things, and put that at the same level of the October update. I've said that last week. That in the September update, the skill-based matchmaking system changes are the equivalent of the bot backfilling. We had the Noir Pass, we're getting the Halloween Pass, and there are a bunch of fixes and changes and balance things that a lot of people have not necessarily mentioned because they're things that happen and you just go oh, they fixed this, or oh, that they changed that kind of thing. But that's not going to be necessarily on people's tweets and streams and all that sort of stuff. So they're still fixing some things in the background. I want to keep mentioning this to people when people make generalizing statements about the devs don't care, the devs don't play the game, the devs aren't fixing anything, they're not doing anything, or all that sort of stuff. I just want to remind people that these statements are complete BS and generalizing a lot. And that's been my stance on video games for a lot of time. I would like, if players are going to blame the devs for things, I'd like to be able to tell players to give the blame to the devs about the things that the devs can actually claim responsibility for. Sometimes they do things, they don't have any choice to do things, right? So right now, the whole thing about the blame of adding true crossplay, not making it in time, and going it's your fault that it's not happening. If we had this, we would have more players in the game. Maybe right now, they didn't have it at the beginning. Now adding in it right now, not a good thing. Maybe later. Okay? So the whole thing about putting blame on things, I'd like to blame them for the things that they can actually be blamed for, and not things that armchair devs are just throwing it out there in the ether and just going, why don't you just flip this switch on? Not knowing exactly that there's a fairly significant amount of programming behind some things. Okay? So, a few more things I want to add. Motion put out a tweet that's basically, if you didn't read through this, the TLDR. Main ports are bot backfilling, no crossplay between groups, control improvements. We don't know what they are, but we're gonna see. 42 player lobbies are back. Trios return and will be PvP only. 25 tier free Halloween pass. There you go. If you wanted to add the TLDR, this is what you get there. You don't have a lot of explanations, but this is the TLDR that you got there. Some people are okay and probably didn't need to show up on my stream because they got the TLDR there. That's fine. But at least I gave you some kind of reasoning and explanation of why things are doing things. All right? So, another thing. Did the music just go like really loud? Anyways, so the patch that almost gave me a heart attack while I was preparing a bunch of things. Hydrate, yeah, that's a good idea, Calamero. Oh, by the way, hi. This is exhausting. Yes, I got notification of that while I was putting together my show, so I was just like, what the heck, what is happening here? So the tweet that he just put out a few hours ago. Hello Kindred, get ready for the October update releasing on October 18th. It comes with a free Halloween battle pass, bot backfill, gamepad aim assist improvements, weapon and archetype balancing, bug fixes, and more. As expected, full patch notes will be released on the 27th. 40th. Calior.exe stop functioning. Hold on, rebooting. The 17th of October on Bloodhunt.com. So, oh, by the way, wanted to point out this image is interesting. Has anyone noticed? This image is interesting. Do we have those eyes? Those eye colors? Do we have this eye makeup? Do we have this leopard skin jacket? Hello? Is this a little preview? Hello? Leopard skin costume like this? Yeah. I think that some people might like. I don't know. I'm asking. I didn't have time. I like motion. I really didn't have time to check. Like I haven't seen this. We did get the amber glow from the end of season 1, like the amber glow eyes. I remember that. Was it season 1 or season 0? Early access season, I believe. We had the amber glow, but maybe it's not exactly the right tint. You have to be careful with eye tints, okay? Because, you know, we might have a different tint of white, and it might be like a different thing. So that's why we got to be careful. Also with yellow eyes. Like yellow eyes, got to be careful. The tint sometimes isn't the... You have the image from May 25th? Okay, well, good. I didn't have that in my things. That's why I didn't, like... Literally, this happened. I didn't have time to double check anything. Doesn't mean it's in the game, but not a new image. Okay, well, good. Thank you for confirming for me, because I didn't have any time at all to check this. I was still putting on the show together. So, anyways, good confirmation. I just like this. This is a look. Also, confirmation that, yeah, as we expected. Patch on Tuesday, patch notes on Monday. There we go. So, another thing to talk about. What does this, like, all of this that we saw in this blog post, like, what exactly does that mean for the game? Because right now, it still brought up a lot of questions. And other questions that were already existing are not answered, such as what's going to happen with the queues. Well, there's a few things from last week. I'm just going to bring them back again because it seems that a lot of people have been missing out on a lot of information. So I don't mind repeating it just for sake of clarity for everyone. Gustav, game lead design on Bloodhunt, has said that they're adding backfill bots in certain modes. These modes will be labeled clearly. Okay? So there's going to be labels on the modes that will have bot backfill. That's one thing. The other thing about bot backfill, and people asking about this, was PS5, Bloodhunt PS5 that asked, up for a bit of bot destroying, will this new feature guarantee a max wait time for solo Bloodhunt? Gustav answered, more in-depth details soon, but yes, there will be a guaranteed wait time for solo Bloodhunt. In case some people asked about this, okay? What does that mean for duos? We don't know. What does that mean for TDM? We don't know. We know that now for trios, it's trios are back and no bots on there. So that's what we know. So we'll still have to clarify and see either in the patch notes or when the patch is actually live. Okay, that's one thing. The other thing, we still don't know exactly what does a permanent shop, what does that mean for the game? We still don't know. As far as we understand, a permanent shop means that right now everything that's in the shop in game doesn't have any timers, so we assume that they're going to be there forever. What happens when the patch arrives? Are there going to be like more things added there? Is it still going to be a long scroll bar of items, or will they be categorized in the AI, in the UI, sorry, in the user interface? Are hair colors going to be fixed and added to the store? We don't know. The quests that have disappeared for many people in the summer update, are they going to be fixed? Are they going to return? What's going to happen with this? Or is it still broken, and the people that still have the quests, such as I, that have not completed them, will the timers be extended? Like, these are like a few questions like this that you just, these are concerns that we have, and with the, like, people, like, I think a lot of people seem to underestimate the number of people that are concerned about vanity items over gameplay. I get still people asking me about, like, so what happens to the store? Or you're the one that told us about the hair colors being broken. I got that from Samir. He literally told me. It's like, I don't know. I originally thought that it was going to be like something that was going to be hotfixed quickly. It seems that it was much more of a, either it was much more of a deeper issue, or it's like it requires an actual patch. It isn't something that they can hotfix inside the game. But we don't have any like more info about this. Motion. My presumption is that they will build upon the shop with more additions. I hope some sort of categories are added. Yeah, that's what. That is also my my expectations. I just want my old Ember glow back. Yeah, I don't know if that's something that could be added. One of those Hydra bugs? No. It's not one of those Hydra bugs. Hydra bugs are gone. That like that's been settled. That's been fixed. No, the original issue with the hair colors was that the hair color that was being displayed on the store, when you equipped it, the hair color didn't match. I don't know if that meant like it's only in the store when you're doing the store preview, or if after you buy the hair color, suddenly like in your customization inventory, if that changed anything there, or if that broke anything there. Like, I no details about this. The only info I was given is just like the hair color didn't match, so they had to pull it out. Yeah, exactly. The color for a different one. So that's all I got for info about this particular bug. But yeah, we still don't know if any of that is fixed or anything. So that's, again, a bunch of questions that are unanswered. We're going to see what happens next. Also, another thing that is kind of subtle, that was in the blog post, and that was mentioned also in the previous blog post about the state of the game. They had mentioned that the biggest issue was, first of all, the one issue was fixing the queues, and fixing the queues with the skill-based matchmaking would, all of this would be added, the bot backfilling, and ultimately the whole thing would be to rebuild a community of players and then to keep the players inside the game. Like, these are the main points right now in terms of state of the game that's happening right now. So I'm expecting that most likely, probably, the next update or the next patch that we will see, it's kind of a I'm expecting / hoping, it's that they're going to bring in retention features, retention initiatives. Now, we've seen this in plenty of other games. Exactly what, like, hold on a second. Let me get back to me. What a retention feature is supposed to, what it's supposed to be, what it's supposed to look like. It can be like a daily login. It can be not just necessarily daily login. It can be like a whole schedule of a daily login. It can, like, there's many other types of things or rewards that can be given to people. It doesn't necessarily have to be rewards either. Like, it's there's many other different games that have retention features that can be added to the game. I don't know exactly what they have in store or what they can add to this game to bring more people back and keep people back in. We're just going to have to see what they have to what they have to give us right now. We have to go with the bot backfilling first. I'm going to get to this. But first, let's just do a little recap on a very important thing. But before I do this, I want to show you something. If you haven't already seen it. Sorry, my God, hold on. I was talking all this time. There you go, I'm back. Derp. Let me get the thing back here. Let me get the chill hop back on. I think that's the right level. Okay, so what you have there is a community member, Kaehdric, that has put together a little Halloween trailer for Bloodhunt that is made out of all the various trailers that exist for Bloodhunt and just like edited them like perfectly. Like honestly, this is absolutely great. So, little thing to get people excited about Halloween. I wanted to mention just in passing. I'm gonna put a link there if anyone's interested in seeing something about this. But yeah, we have the. Where's my screen? There we go. If ever it comes back, this is the. There was, if people remember, in early access, there was an October update for Halloween, and there was a quest chain that was available at that time. I don't know if that question is going to be available, but a lot of people have been asking for it to return for this Halloween, and people have been talking about it for months, so I think that the feedback has been heard. So I'm just doing it as just a little reminder of what it exactly it was last year. Not confirming that any of this is coming back to the game, but possibly. Okay, let's have a quick look. I thought it would be interesting to just have a quick look at it. So the quest chain was survive for 45 minutes, play 5 games as Nosferatu, kill 10 entity soldiers, play 5 matches as Toreador, drain 40 resonant blood, play 5 matches as Bruja, diablerize 2 players, play 10 group games, and then you had to find a chest in the graveyard. And the rewards were what you're seeing on screen right now. So the ethereal tattoo, the harbinger makeup, which is like half face, the Lupin outfit, which you've got like some nice plaid pants in here, the bloodsucker makeup with a little vampy teeth on the lip here, the glow up skeleton yellow tattoo. Oops, skipped one. The panther makeup if you want to be a cat girl. That would probably, I don't know if that works well with the cat girl mask. I haven't looked at it. The bare bones tattoo, which is a full body tattoo. The purple glow up skeleton tattoo, and the intergalactic outfit here as the last crest reward. Crest reward. Okay, as a quest reward. So yeah, like I said, showing this as reference. I don't know if any of those will be back, will return. Just to get you like in the mood, or just to think about like maybe those things are gonna be back. And now, want to do another quick recap. Just as a reminder, in case there's more people that are that will be watching this stream rather than last week's stream, I want to like reiterate what I've said last week. So this is gonna be like, I'm gonna retread a bit of what I said. I use those cosmetics quite a bit. I love the glowing tattoos. Yeah, I hope there's gonna be a lot of glowy people in Prague these days. So, again, going back inside the notes about bot backfilling. So, the theory with bot backfilling is that you add bots to fill in the queues. What happens? The queue times get reduced. Good queue times help retain new players, help retain new players, help retain the current players that might be on the verge of dropping out. Shorter queue times means good publicity to the game. Old players or people that have heard some things about Bloodhunt might feel interested in getting in the game, getting inside the game. That means more people, more actual people are going to be queuing up in the games, in the different matches that we'll have. And more actual people queuing in means that we're going to have less bots in matches. I'm saying this because there's been a sentiment from a bunch of people saying that having bots in matches is going to make the matches less interesting. And yes, there is documented history about games not doing so well when at the moment that the devs decided to add bot backfilling for various reasons. Some people like to PvP against actual other players. They're not here to play against PvE, regardless of skill level. Like, it may be just a new player coming inside the game. It may be a skilled player that's played a long time. Sometimes some people feel a little bit cheated to play against a bot. I would argue that right now the thing is that as a bonus, I forgot to mention, as a bonus, more people in the game means that the skill-based matchmaking system that we currently have in the game actually gets to shine and makes for better games. It will actually, more people means that it will actually be able to spread people into different lobbies of actually matching skills. Of course, the idea at the beginning is that, they're going to be added. So what are we going to have? We're going to have the existing population. We're going to have queues. We're going to have bot backfilling. So, of course, the first few matches that we're going to have in the few hours, days, weeks, how long does it take for, people to get back inside a game that they liked? Or, people that suddenly get, will say, hey, let's give Bloodhunt a shot. Okay? How long does that take? We don't know. But at the beginning, of course, we're going to have a lot of bots in our lobbies. That's normal. That's expected. Okay? Don't use that excuse as a deterrent to not play the game. Okay? That is going to be normal for everyone to be facing a lot of bots at the beginning. It's going to happen. Okay? We have to still deal with this for a little while. We don't know how long. We hope that the bot backfilling system is actually going to work, is going to be successful, is going to be implemented correctly. Okay? As an incentive to get people back inside the game. A majority of our new players, remember, I don't know if you remember the feedback from new players that didn't want to stay inside the game. The main feedback was that Bez for the raid. As I was getting really deep into bot backfilling, what is that going to do for the game? Thank you, I appreciate you, man. People follow Bez. Good guy. Let me. Oh, I rarely do this. Hold on, Bez. Pert. Yes, that actually works. There you go. Shout out to Bez. What I was saying. Yes, Calamero, shut up. That's gonna be normal for everyone. Don't panic. Don't Like I will absolutely not be taking any kind of crap from people on social media about having to deal with bots. The people that are trying, like, that's what I was trying to say at the a little bit earlier, was that the feedback from people that usually, hey Wokey, thank you for being here. The feedback that we got not too long ago was that new players did not like playing the game because the moment that they got inside lobbies, they got stomped by skilled players. Okay? So right now, what they're gonna have is they're gonna be like inside very short queue lobbies. Yes, they're gonna have a bunch of bots, but for them, it's gonna be the opportunity to actually get to learn how the game works. Okay, they're going to be learning how things work. They're going to be learning their way around Prague. They're going to be understanding like all the meta stuff that we already have in our heads, like the experienced players. And even then, experienced players were still learning things like every day, practically. Sometimes, like, about hidden stuff and other things that do things left and right. They're still like, and you've, like, a lot of experienced players of this game, you've already like went one-on-one with a newbie. It was never a rewarding experience. Everyone feels bad when you realize you just stomped a newbie. So I hope that a lot of the new players or less skilled players are also not turned off by the fact that they're going to be first matched with some bots or some other newbies. If they are skilled players, the skill-based matchmaking will eventually pick up on that and will match them with the skilled players in their own lobbies. That should be, that's the line where they said, like, we're going to keep a close eye on our rating system. Because, with the bot backfilling, that's going to be like changing things very rapidly. And as long as these two systems work together, it's going to create a much more diverse and healthy lobby and experience for pretty much everyone. So, don't let the bots deter you from playing the game. Give this new system a try, because we need this. We really, really need this right now. I hope that everyone plays along with this, goes along with this, and I hope you manage to convince the people that are not being turned, the people that are being turned off by the fact of fighting against bots, that this is only a temporary measure. Like, that's the dream. The dream is all of this. You're going to be advertising, oh, wow, the queues are shorter. Oh, wow, lots of matches. This game is great again. Remember that the reload bug's been turned off, like, has been fixed. I don't think a lot of people realize that there's still people that are saying, like, did you fix the reload bug? I don't think that people realize that I still see on a disturbing amount of, regular basis, I see someone tweet at Bloodhunt or one of the devs asking, bring solos back. People are not informed.
Greetings.
So, hello, Calimero. Thank you for the follow. On the road to 250 followers, you're one of them. Sorry, my nose is really itchy. That's why I keep touching it. This brings me to my next point that I want to talk about, and I want to talk really to the Bloodhunt community. Hello everyone. Okay, hello everyone. This is a PSA. This might be the most important PSA that we have to do in terms of the existing community of Bloodhunt, and I want to make sure that people understand this and people are going along with this. Okay, this is actually important. Let's get this. This music is not appropriate. We're gonna go along with it. Okay, so oh, this may be too low. I don't know what to do. Anyways, okay, so you need to be in on this. You need to be, everyone, you need to be better with the advertising of Bloodhunt. Since the Bloodhunt Twitter isn't doing a lot, and I know they're working on a lot of things for the future right now, and I know that there's been hints that they're working on several promotional things for the Halloween update, and maybe more. I know it's partially not their fault that they're not doing a lot, but at the same time, it partially is. It's up to us, the community, to step up and rep our game. Like, okay, on a very personal note, okay, just talking from me, not necessarily the news person, okay? I'm here doing this to give you, like, the good news. I read the patch notes, read the blog posts to you. I try to keep as many people informed as possible to let them know what's going on, because as far as I know, this kind of news thing, this kind of news format, all of it, no one else is doing it. As far as I know, if someone's else been doing it, no one's pointed at me, no one's retweeted at me, no one's told me or whatever, okay? There's me and there's Motion. Motion has his own special type of information that we'll give out to you, and he's also an ambassador. I'm not an ambassador, and I'm just talking about, like, you know, my own general stuff as well, okay? But like, if you watch both me and Motion, like both the content that we're putting out there in terms of informing you, you will have a global, like, a really good understanding of what's going on with Bloodhunt. But I'm also concerned that some other streamers don't even know the basic stuff about what's happening with Bloodhunt. And I've seen this no more than at least 3 times last week, where it's just like some, not necessarily some ambassadors, but it did include like an ambassador, but other people that have, you know, it had big channels of like viewership of Bloodhunt. And we had one blog post, the next week a tweet, and the other week a tweet. In 3 weeks, we had direct confirmation from Bloodhunt that the next update was going to be about bot backfilling. And over the span of the last week that happened, I've seen these streamers not being able to confirm that this was happening. You know, in the stream going, I wish they added bots. And they're like, yeah. Or just like, or the streamer itself going like, hey, they should maybe like consider adding bots, or that would be a good thing. It's just like, wait a second. How come you don't know this? So a part of what I'm asking you, and especially in terms of this regard, like, please send people here. Send people to Motion, retweet our stuff, retweet the Bloodhunt stuff, because as far as likes go, I really appreciate getting the validation, but likes don't get pairs of eyes on the content. Retweeting or quote retweeting, that helps inform people, that helps people like know what's going on. Okay, because likes are one thing, retweets are another thing. Go see my stuff, go see Motion stuff. There's a lot of helpful info that you could be promoting about the game, but I see that the community is just doing a bunch of likes. So that makes it like otherwise you're just we're just a community that just likes each other's content. We just do likes and stuff like that, and we chat about this. But then again, we're going inside the game and we're wondering why not a lot of people are actually playing this game. Yada, hey, hello, welcome to the stream. So yeah, I like this is my call to everyone. Just like help out, retweet, talk about it more. Just an army of likes and showing up in channels, like, it does help. We do appreciate Yada, appreciate you being here. I appreciate everyone that's coming in the chat, but we need to make our effort in terms of promoting Bloodhunt as much as possible. Not necessarily right now, at least wait until the like there's no point in going all out right now. The only thing that you could be going all out right now is saying like, hey, there's the Noir Pass that's going to expire on Tuesday. You have this weekend to get it completed. But starting on Tuesday, especially if the bot backfilling works, this is going to be the time for everyone to chip in and help out with the advertisement of this game. Okay? I enjoy the news and eat something. Thank you, Bez. I know that there is a part of responsibility on the side of Shark Mob. Okay? But also there's a part of responsibility on the players and the community side. Like, I can't talk, I can't explain or defend what marketing at Shark Mob is doing for Bloodhunt because I have no knowledge of this, okay? I do have some complaints, I do have some personal complaints, but I'm not going to talk about that right now. I'm saving this for another time, okay? In the meantime, I can be an advocate for the community doing its effort to promote the game, okay? So everyone, I'm hoping that on Tuesday, everyone starts logging in. And for the next, I'd say, couple of weeks, log in, get in the queues as much as possible, populate the queues, tweet about your experience. Like, let the devs know if you see some bugs. Let's get those ironed out. Let's get, let's get this happening, because if the bot backfilling works and we can get shorter queues, we can get more people interested in like, hey, Bloodhunt is working. Okay? We're gonna see what's gonna happen with like retention, but as long as we get more people going in, hey, wait a second, this is an awesome game, vampires, battle royale, get to look sexy, you get to look disgusting. Like, I think I'm gonna have at least one thing that I'm gonna be tweeting about, or like I'm gonna be doing like a little challenge or something. But like, everyone in the community needs to do their part, needs to do their effort to just promote the heck out of this game. I don't know what else could be done in the future. I think now's the time to do it. And I don't know if, like, in a certain amount of time, like, this game gets unplugged or whatever. But at least, you know what? I'm going to be able to, if it's going to be time to retire from Bloodhunt, maybe in the future, if bot backfilling doesn't work, at least I'm going to be able to look at myself in the mirror and say, like, I gave it a shot. Okay? I'd rather promote, get people involved. Like, let's get this out there. A bunch of people still don't know that this game exists. It's incredible sometimes when you go into someone's stream and people are asking, what the heck is this game? This game's beautiful. This game's fun. It's like, you've never heard of it? We've been talking about it for about a year. It's been like, we were in early access last year for this game. There's still people that don't know that this awesome battle royale exists. We need to do our part in promoting if this works, if the bot backfilling works. So I'm going to be expecting everyone starting Tuesday to log in. It's your responsibility, I think, in terms of players. If you want this game to perform well, if you want this game to get back on its tracks, if you want this game to rise up from its ashes, I think it's probably a little bit too optimistic to say that it's going to rise up to the numbers that it was when it launched. But at least what I'd like to do is start at least climbing slowly on the way of becoming a viable game. That was my plea to all of you. That was my PSA. That's why I keep saying that this is important. You do whatever you want with this, okay? I'm going to be annoying the heck out of everyone on Twitter with the promotion, with the amount of promotion that I'm probably going to be doing. I don't care. We need to get some promotion out of this. We still, and like I said, I don't know what Sharkmob is planning on their end, but in terms of our end, on our side, the players, the community, we need to do better. Or at least this is our last possibly like big effort to do something about this. Okay, that's all I had to say about this. Sorry I annoyed and rambled a bit about this, but that's all I had to. That's all I had to say for a moment. Okay. Like I said, if I'm not giving a shot at it, I will be wondering for a while, could I have done better? Could I have done more? I don't want necessarily that on my conscience. And I want this game to continue. Also because I don't have any other game that gets me like as excited as this one. Here is the marketing part of the other mini marketing update that I'm going to be doing for Bloodhunt. Yes, the weekly reminder to go join the waitlist for the Bloodhunt Blood Orange flavor for Advanced GG. Again, no idea when the Blood Orange flavor will be available, or if there's going to be starter kits for it, or if they're going to be available. As usual, I remind you to go find yourself a partner code. If you go on the Advanced GG Twitter, there are new partners pretty much all the time. They're tweeting out their codes to have to have a discount on the sales. Just be ready when it's going to be available, because they have been advertising there's only 200 jars of this available. And as I keep reminding you, whenever Advanced GG has been making a promotion or have been featuring this blood orange flavor, a lot of non-Bloodhunt people on Twitter have been reacting ecstatically and very expectingly about this flavor. So I suggest that you join up and that you're ready with your money when it's going to be available, because something I can't talk about. But in regards to this, as another kind of little update. Oh, by the way, yes, I've heard some rumors that promotional stuff about this might be in the works right now. So there might be, for real, there might be a soon TM regarding this. Especially on top of Halloween, that would seem like the good marketing thing to do. But you know, what do I know? I'm just the guy that rambles on the internet. There was TwitchCon SanDiego, which I've mentioned that apparently Advanced GG was there, and they had some blood orange flavor to that people could taste and give their feedback. I haven't seen anyone mention this at all. Like anywhere, any feedback or anything. There was Samir, Combat Glue, that was at TwitchCon that said, hey, if you come find me and you tell me that you've tasted it, I'll have something for you. I don't know what happened with this either. I don't know what he gave out to people that gave it a taste, but I expected some, probably the Techno Demon and Fuchsia Finish codes. I expect that. Or maybe it's something else. We don't know. I can't confirm. What I can confirm is that Cup, most people know Cup. He is a streamer for Bloodhunt. He met with Combat and he says, I got like 30 DMs about the Bloodhunt mask that I had at TwitchCon. I have extras in my suitcase. That's not how you spell it. Suitcase. I'll do a couple of code giveaways on the release of the next season. So, Mr. Cup has has a bunch of Techno Demon masks codes with him. So if you're still looking for some of them, I might have some of them. But also Cup has a bunch of them on his end for the next season. So in the next few days, go follow Cup, go follow his Twitch, drop by, say hi. You might have some codes for you. I don't know. In terms of community events, this weekend there is no EGL tournament, and there's nothing planned. As I've said previously, we're going to see how the patch lands, what's going to be inside the patch. EGL seems to be always very taking the more cautious approach of not announcing anything until the patch lands. I expect that with the patch now, suddenly trios tournaments might be back on the menu. Who knows? We're gonna see. It's gonna depend on the audience participation. It's gonna depend on the community getting back inside the game. If the patch fails and not a lot of people show up, then there's no point for EGL for putting up more tournaments, you know? Sounds like a reasonable business decision. Anyways, last weekend, Majora hosted again the EGL tournament, and it was again super fun. And he followed both the tournaments that happened on PC and PS5. So that was very interesting because he was able to finally be able to showcase PS5 players, because enough PS5 players have actually signed up. At the beginning, like I think the day before, there were only 5 PS5 players that had signed up, so he was kind of wondering if that was going to be entertaining or not. But a bunch of people managed to sign up in the last few hours before the tournament, so now we had a competition. Who knows, wink wink, hey, there you go, Bez. Which brings me to the next part. Again, the weekly reminder. Best part, if you want tournaments for PS5 that are like made by the community, aka him, follow Bez, join his Discord. Maybe something's gonna happen. He's had some events planned. He's had some like you said, like there was a tournament that had gifted subs for Twitch streamers. The other times there were codes and boxes that were provided by Bloodhunt, by Sharkmob. Combat sent a few codes, sent a box, sent a few more things. Who knows what's gonna happen in the future? You know, so good thing. Organize with him. There you go. Now, the other thing that is going to be happening today, and I'm excited about this because this is fun. I like this. I'm 100% behind this. Jiangshi doll, which is PS5 player, super cool person, should go follow her Twitter, should go follow her Twitch. She is doing today at 2:30 p.m. Central Time, hide and seek doll. She has a Techno Demon mask code to give out as a reward, and if there's enough people that are participating, she might have other codes as well. Who knows? Gotta participate. If you follow this tweet that I just put out there in the chat, there's a series of instructions here. You need to take time to go read out the instructions because this is hide and seek. It's going to be in duos, I believe. And and there's some specific rules exactly. And it's going to be, I think, 2 out of 3 finding her inside the game. And people have to, and you have to follow, I think you have to sign up and stuff like that. So she will be on her stream, like repeating those rules, but still have a look at those rules to know if you want to have, if you want to be a part, like, not even if you want to win the Techno Demon mask, this is gonna be a fun activity inside the game. So I hope a lot of people join up, sign up, queue up in duos just to do this. And by the way, this is gonna be in duos. So as a reminder, yeah, here's the interesting part. Your teammate is definitely an enemy in duos. If you want, so if you want the code for yourself, it's gonna be signing up in duos, and it's in your best interest not to play with your duo partner. I like this nice little twist to it. So, yeah, go follow this. This is gonna be happening, and wait, when is? Hold on, let me look at this. When is? So it is in 2 hours from now. In 2 hours from now, exactly. If you're watching this stream currently. So anyone that's currently in chat, mark your time. It's in 2 hours. And go follow Jiangshi. Or JD maybe. Another thing about her, I haven't seen a lot of people like necessarily mention this, but she will be also doing a giveaway. She has a fuchsia finish makeup code from Bloodhunt. Once she reaches 15 subs on Twitch, she'll be doing a giveaway for this. So go ahead and give the subs. Maybe I'll do this as well. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, she's trying to grow her channel. This is one thing that she's going to do. I keep telling people, if you tell me that you have some codes to give out, you're going to do some giveaways, let me know. I will promote you here if you do it in time, of course. But there you go. That's another community incentive. So, that being said, in terms of news, I think we've covered everything. I'm sorry, this was again, this was a very long and also very rambly news recap. So what are we expecting now? Now, what we're expecting, the Noir Pass will end on Tuesday. Someone's been putting up a countdown on Twitter about this. We are having the patch notes on Monday. We're having the patch itself on Tuesday. At the usual time. I don't know exactly how you refer to the time of Bloodhunt, but usually the time that they put out posts. I know that they put out patches. For me personally, it is 4 a.m. Eastern time. The time that usually a patch is being applied. Of course, they'll be tweeting about it like a few hours beforehand. So follow this. And I will still repeat, even though it's just a rumor and it's not very confirmed by any normal channel, but there's a rumor that there is a very big or chunkier or more significant update that is for the game that is currently in the works. It's not the one that we're currently having for October, but apparently there is a big update that is being prepared. Keep that in mind. It's not official. There's nothing else to say about this, but just keep that in mind that there is something else in the works coming later. Like I said, what I'm expecting is that retention features are probably going to be in order. We are going to see what's going to happen with the bot backfilling and how the skill-based matchmaking system will be behaving. And we're going to see what's going to be required from Sharkmob in terms of adjusting things in that regard. We're going to see. As usual, we'll be hoping for the best. We'll hope that the patching process is going to be smooth. I hope that there's not going to be too many bugs that are going to be added on top of the list. I hope that a lot of bugs will be fixed. I hope that everything's going to be happening well, basically. Give me a follow on Twitch. My channel is growing. I appreciate everyone for joining up. I appreciate everyone for posting in chat. I have a lot of sounds, the updates, the emotes, the subs things. I remember when I stream Bloodhunt, I can have special drops. And also I do code giveaways for a bunch of things. I will be doing, as soon as I'm done with this recording, I will be doing a giveaway for a code. Which one, I don't exactly know. I haven't had time to look at my giveaway sheet today. But there will be a code that I'll be giving out. I'll be giving away if people, of course, in chat are interested. It happens sometimes that I'm streaming Bloodhunt. I'm trying to do a giveaway, and everyone in chat already has all the codes that I've been giving away because they've been in my chat. They've been following my streams for so long. So if you want to chat, if you want a chance at getting some codes for Bloodhunt, easy giveaways. Sometimes there's only one person in chat that is like the only person that joins in the giveaway. It happens. So easy wins. Follow my Twitch. Maybe give a sub. Please support me as much as possible. I'm trying to reach 250 followers on this channel so I can be a part of more sponsorships, partnerships, a bunch of things. Trying to reach that number so the doors can be open and I can give more to the to my community. Also, I will be starting to do some sponsorships. Some people might have noticed in chat earlier, and some acute people might have also noticed on this channel if they scroll down. The something for a game that I'm supposed to do a partnership for. If you already know what that is and you've already seen this rigmarole from other streamers previously, and you know what to do, and you like me and you want to support me, you can already start working on this, please. Thank you very much. I will be doing an official sponsored stream about this soon, maybe a few times. I will be doing some October and special Halloween things. I will be streaming a lot of Bloodhunt. Expect a lot of streaming from me in the next couple of weeks, mostly starting with Bloodhunt, then maybe following up with something fun or weird or Halloween-y. Spooky sometimes, might be some horror games. I don't exactly know. Bunch of things from me. Please keep following my stream. I love you, everyone. Please continue to share all the stuff about Bloodhunt. Share this stream. Tell people that it's happening. That's it for here. That's it for us here. Be kind to each other. And please give your love and support to Bloodhunt. Mostly retweet. Do all the things that I said in the PSA. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next week.